What if you didn't need to worry about high vet bills ever again? What if I told you that pet insurance is probably a lot cheaper than you think? We all love our pets, but is pet insurance a good idea? One way to add some financial security in your family's life is to have pet insurance. It's a way to guard against having to pay the full cost of unexpected vet bills if your pet is injured or gets sick. While pet insurance plans have a common foundation of basic coverage for circumstances such as injuries and hereditary conditions, there are differences in benefits, prices, and extras. If your pet has ever been hurt or ill, you are well aware of how fast medical expenses can mount up. Can you relate? Leave a comment after this video is over and tell us about it. Fortunately, you can get covered by pet insurance, which is a specific sort of health insurance for cats and dogs. You can reduce or even eliminate these expenses. Do you have a pet and don't want medical expenses taking you to the cleaners? Here is what pet insurance does and how it might be able to help. So, what exactly is pet insurance? Pet insurance is a type of health insurance policy for your pet that covers medical expenses as well as other costs. Pet insurance plans are typically reimbursement-based, which means you pay for the pet's vet bills up front and then submit a claim to the insurance company. A few companies can pay the vet directly, reducing your out-of-pocket expenses. Before coverage begins, there is usually a deductible that you will pay. For example, you could pay the first $150 before your pet insurance kicks in. Even after you have paid your deductible, your pet insurance may not cover 100% of your vet bills. Typically, you can select your level of reimbursement. 70%, 80%, or 90% of your vet bills, these are the common reimbursement options. Having pet insurance is one way to add financial stability to your household. It protects you from having to pay the full cost of unexpected vet bills if your pet is injured or becomes ill. While all pet insurance plans cover the same basic things, such as injuries and congenital or inherited conditions, there are variations in plan benefits, prices, and add-ons available. Almost 2.5 million cats and dogs have pet insurance in the United States. Having pet insurance can give you peace of mind knowing that if something bad happens, you have a safety net. Most pet insurance plans cover cats and dogs, but you can even find plans for reptiles, birds, and other animals. Anybody that owns a pet should think about getting pet insurance. It is tempting to put off the monthly costs when your pet is young and still relatively healthy. You can't anticipate what might happen down the road, especially as they get older. Some conditions develop quickly, and accidents do happen. How does animal insurance operate? You can get a health insurance policy for a domestic cat or dog called pet insurance. Paying a monthly premium entitles you to coverage for a range of medical procedures, medicines, and occasionally even preventative actions, just like with human health insurance. If your pet gets injured or sick, pet insurance can take care of your eligible vet bills and covered medications, according to what is in your policy. With pet insurance, you can usually pick any licensed veterinarian, including emergency and specialty clinics. There aren't any copays or networks to worry about. Instead, you will simply send your eligible expenses to get repaid after your visit. With more comprehensive plans that include injuries and accidents, you will most likely need to meet a certain deductible before your coverage starts. Pre-existing conditions usually are not covered, and some insurers require an exam and a wait period before your insurance kicks in. This waiting period may be a few days for accident coverage or a few weeks for illness coverage. Typically, these policies operate on a reimbursement basis. Therefore, you will pay your veterinarian immediately before filing a claim with your insurance company. After processing the claim, you will be reimbursed. It could be the full amount or a portion of what you were initially charged, depending on your coverage and the treatment. Some pet insurance plans include a deductible. This implies that you must make an upfront payment before your insurance will chip in. What is included in your pet insurance policy? The items typically covered by pet insurance depends on the type of policy you purchase. There are 3 types of pet insurance plans available. The most common are accident and illness plans, accident-only policies, and routine care wellness plans, such as vaccinations, are typically available as an add-on. Accident and illness coverage typically covers injuries or illnesses such as broken bones, cancer, hereditary and congenital conditions, and more. Accident-only policies, as the name refers, cover only accident-related issues, such as a broken bone. Many pet insurance policies allow you to include a routine wellness plan. This will help offset the cost of your pet's annual wellness visit, vaccines, heartworm treatment, and other routine care costs. Pet insurance might not cover conditions that are pre-existing, which are conditions that your pet had prior to the policy's inception, including any waiting period. You can check whether there is a look-back period in place so that conditions prior to the look-back period can be covered. Here is a list of what the majority of insurance providers insure. Accidents and injuries, such as fractures, wounds, or items ingested. Diseases, such as infections, allergies, and diabetes. Surgery. Treatment for inherited and congenital diseases, such as glaucoma or hip dysplasia. Behavioral disorders, including pacing, gnawing, or licking, are treated. Alternative therapies, including chiropractic adjustments or acupuncture. X-rays, MRIs, and blood tests. Fees for urgent exams. Cancer therapy. Certain prescribed drugs and foods. Remember that each pet insurance plan will have coverage limits, or the most the insurer will pay out each year. When selecting your coverage, you should have them in mind. What is not covered with pet insurance? The following are some common pet insurance exclusions. Pre-existing medical conditions. When a pet is diagnosed with or shows signs of an illness or injury before coverage begins, it is usually not covered by pet insurance. Some pet insurers, however, provide coverage for curable pet pre-existing conditions. Elective or preventive procedures. Elective or preventive procedures like ear cropping, tail docking, or declawing are not covered by insurance. Regular treatment like vaccinations, heartworm and flea preventatives, or annual checkups are often not automatically covered by pet insurance. You can, however, pay an additional cost to add coverage for these goods with many insurers. Exam charges. Exam fees are not always covered by insurance companies, even if they are for an accident or illness-related visit. Veterinarians charge an exam fee to see your pet. Grooming. Pet insurance will not cover grooming or shampooing if you take your pet to the spa for some pampering. Breeding expenses. The costs of breeding are not covered. Expenses not directly related to veterinary care. This includes costs such as taxes and administrative fees levied by the veterinarian. Nutrition and vitamins. Regular food is not covered, but prescription food is included in some plans. What is the price of pet insurance? Most pet owners estimate that coverage is more than it really is. Most estimate that the cost is triple the actual average price. The price of pet insurance can vary greatly, but with the majority of firms, you should expect to spend between $30 and $70 for a dog and $15 to $40 for a cat per month. Here is a peek of what the real average cost is. Pet coverage with a $5,000 an annual maximum has a median cost of $34 a month for a puppy, $35 a month for an older dog, and only $28 a month for a cat. Compared with the cost of just one vet visit, this is a steal. Pet plans with unlimited coverage are $53 a month on average for dogs and $39 for your sweet feline. Pet insurance is generally affordable. It is important to know that there is a wide range of prices. Some are as low as $12 a month. Others are as high as $100 a month, depending on a few key factors. That is why it is important to know your options and shop around. Check out the description below to see a few good plans for yourself. Your final cost will be determined by a number of variables, such as: what kind of pet do you have? The kind of animal is simply one element contributing to the fee of coverage. For example, cats are typically less expensive to insure than birds, dogs, rabbits, and ferrets. Reptiles are less expensive to insure than cats. Size. The height and weight of your animal could make a distinction in price. Pet's breed. Certain breeds are predisposed to ailments and hereditary problems, which frequently cause greater veterinary visits and more clinic expenses. Pet's age. Older pets are costlier to insure than puppies or kittens. The best prices can be found from your little ones are from ages 1 to 6. With aging, your coverage rates might go up each time you renew the policy. Pet's gender. Insurers have discovered that male pets commonly have an increased number of claims compared to females. So, a few use gender in pricing. Female pet premiums are approximately 5% lower than male coverage. Here are a few other common factors that contribute to the cost of pet insurance. Term of the policy. The period you choose for the duration of your policy may change your price. Your location. Vet costs vary by location, so pet insurance costs are taken into account. Type of plan. The 4 different types of plans have variable premiums. Decide for yourself whether you want a comprehensive plan, accident and illness, accident, or a pet wellness policy. Any add-ons would of course increase the price. Annual maximum, deductible and reimbursement amount. There are the 3 main variables that will determine your reimbursement amount in the event of a claim. You pay more when you choose a high annual maximum or less so with a low deductible and high reimbursement level. For example, a plan with unlimited annual coverage, a low deductible, with a 90% reimbursement level would be more expensive because it has the potential to pay out a lot more. Policy provider. It can be useful to look at several different insurance companies to find the one that works best for you. It's crucial to compare pet insurance providers because the insurance company you choose also has an impact. To be sure you're obtaining the best deal and coverage, compare at least a few quotes before committing. Additionally, you might be able to obtain pet insurance with the current insurer you do business with, the one that provides your car insurance, for example. Many businesses provide discounts to customers who have multiple lines of coverage. What pet insurance options do I have? Pet insurance coverage comes in a variety of forms. A snake bite or swallowing a hazardous substance, for example, are examples of injuries and accidents that are exclusively covered under accident-only plans provided by some insurers. As a result of the coverage's limitations, these are frequently the most affordable choices. Companies frequently provide a more complete package that covers not only accidents and illnesses, but also tests, diagnostics, medications, and any other medical procedures your veterinarian considers necessary. Also available from many insurers as an addition to your primary coverage is a wellness or routine care package. This will include things like yearly physicals, shots, microchipping, and more. Is pet insurance worth it? It very well could be. You can count on normal vaccines and checkups when you own. However, unexpected accidents, illnesses, or sudden emergencies can cost you thousands of dollars. What if your pet breaks a bone or eats something it shouldn't, like a bunch of socks? Any medical procedures such as anesthesia, x-rays, surgery, and follow-ups can be very expensive. More than $10,000 can be spent on ailments like cancer, congestive heart failure, respiratory problems, and gastrointestinal problems. With a pet insurance policy, you can relax knowing that you can afford to treat your dog or cat as needed without worrying about unforeseen costs. Even though you're responsible for paying the pet insurance premium and deductible, you'll only have to foot a small portion of the bill, after reimbursement, for covered care. In the end, getting a discount on pet insurance makes it an even better choice. Vet bills for accidents and illness may be very costly, and insurance for your pet can help to cover much of these costs. For example, if your pet needed shoulder surgery, this could be thousands of dollars. Let's assume this surgical procedure is $3,000, and your plan has a $500 deductible and 90% repayment level. In this case, your out-of-pocket total would be $750, $500 deductible plus 10% of $2,500 equals $750. A few pet parents would rather set money aside for vet bills. But if you, like most people, can't afford thousands of dollars for a surprise bill, pet insurance is a good idea to keep you from putting it on a credit card or going into debt. Let's stop for a moment and imagine. Now, imagine you are with your current pet or the pet you want to have. You are sitting in a cold exam room. It smells like a hospital because they just cleaned it from the pet before. Some dogs can be heard crying and yelping in the background. The veterinarian stands in front of you with a veterinary technician. The vet tech is holding your pet and your pet doesn't appear to be acting normal. The vet is talking to you, and it makes almost no sense because the only thing you can really pay attention to is the fact that maybe it was something you did or didn't do that caused your pet to get hurt. What will happen? Will it be something that can be treated or cured? You are sitting there knowing that you have to make a quick decision on which option to go with, knowing that there may still be costs involved in continuing to find out what your pet needs. You have an instant moment of panic, desperation, and anxiety. You feel like you have nowhere to turn to for answers, and you are completely bewildered and scared. Meanwhile, the only thing you really care about in that moment is if your pet is going to be okay. The sad reality is that most of us don't just have thousands of dollars sitting around waiting for an unexpected illness or injury. Because at the end of the day, we only want what is best for our pet, regardless of the cost, and I want to eliminate that stress for you. You don't need to go through that. You don't deserve to go through that. That's why I'm a big supporter of pet insurance for my pets. Taming your vet bills. Veterinarian bills and vaccines ranks in second place among dog-related expenses. Unfortunately, no amount of pampering can prevent your pet from becoming ill or injured. Consider pet insurance for your financial protection if you don't want to deal with a surprise vet bill. Pet insurance can cover illness and accidents like torn ligaments, swallowing a foreign object, or a serious illness such as cancer. You can also help cover the cost of your dog's annual checkups and vaccines by adding a routine health plan to your plan. This can be worthwhile if you can't or don't want to pay a large out-of-pocket vet bill. How to choose the best pet insurance. Pet insurance policies can be difficult to compare on an apples-to-apples basis. Exclusions, prices, and coverage variations make calculating the potential value of each plan difficult. So here is how to find the best pet insurance. Choosing the best type of pet insurance plan for you. Do you want pet insurance that always goes above and beyond, or do you want to keep costs low with an accident-only plan that doesn't cover pet illnesses? Or maybe something in the middle. Extensive pet insurance plans that cover a broad range of health-related issues including wellness are usually the priciest, but if you want complete coverage, it could be worth considering. Pet insurance generally has no network restrictions, and most insurers will cover any licensed veterinarian. Check to see if your policy has geographic restrictions or if your benefits are extended to other regions. Speaking of benefits, hopefully you have learned some and enjoyed the video so far. Why not take a moment and hit the subscribe button to get more great content like this and join a supportive community of people who are interested in the same things you are. Pet insurance is classified into the following plan types. Comprehensive coverage. This type of policy, also known as a nose-to-tail policy, typically covers injuries and accidents as well as serious or persistent diseases, genetically inherited conditions, diagnostics, surgeries, therapies, and health, such as regular vet checkups and vaccines. Insurance protection against accidents and illnesses. This type of plan typically covers bills for accidents and illnesses, which include common illnesses, genetically inherited conditions, and serious illnesses, like cancer. You won't be covered for routine vet visits, flea and heartworm prevention, or vaccines, however you can often supplement your coverage with a wellness plan add-on. Insurance coverage for accidents only. This type of policy only covers vet bills if your pet is injured in an accident, and you are not covered for medical bills related to the illness. Wellness plans cover wellness-related medical expenses like routine veterinary checkups, flea and heartworm prevention, and vaccines. You can often add wellness benefits to an accident and illness plan. How to find the level of coverage you're comfortable with. When choosing pet insurance, you typically select an annual maximum, deductible, and reimbursement level. Annual maximum coverage. Generally, you have a choice of annual maximum coverage levels. This is the limit of how much pet insurance pays out per year. Many pet insurance plans offer options ranging from $5,000 to unlimited payments. Choosing unlimited payment increases your premium, but you don't have to worry about exceeding your annual maximum if your pet requires very expensive treatment. Deductible. Choosing a higher deductible will lower your premium. The usual deductible options are $100, $250, and $500. Once you reach your deductible, you can submit your vet bills to your pet's insurance company for reimbursement. Reimbursement rate. You choose a reimbursement level when you sign up for the plan, and the lower the reimbursement, the less you pay in pet insurance premiums. The most common options are 70%, 80%, or 90%. Check pet insurance waiting periods. A waiting period is the time between the date you purchase the policy and the start of coverage. All pet insurance companies have waiting periods. Find one you're comfortable with. Pet insurance discounts. Pet insurance discounts are a great way to save money. Here are some general discounts you might be eligible for. Multiple pet discount. Many insurers give a discount if you insure more than one pet. Discount for an animal that is spayed or neutered. Some insurers offer discounts to pet owners who have their pet spayed or neutered. Annual payment discount. You can often lower costs by paying your annual premium in one lump sum. Military discount. Some insurers offer discounts for military and veterans. Group discount at work. Some employers offer pet insurance as an optional benefit, which could give you a 5% to 10% discount. Other pet insurance comparison factors. Here are 2 other factors to consider when buying pet insurance. Exam fees. If you take your pet to the vet because of an accident or illness, you'll pay an exam fee, which can cost $100 or more, depending on the vet and the type of visit. Make sure the policy covers these exam fees, as not all do. Look for additional benefits like a 24-hour vet hotline in case your pet gets sick at night. Taking action. This video is all about giving you useful information. Info is great, but it doesn't help you that much if you don't do anything with it. You have the opportunity to take action right now. There is a great list of curated items in the description below to help you take action. Why not solve some of your problems right now? Speaking of solutions, please like, subscribe and turn on notifications for this channel to continue to get lots more great content and ideas. Be a part of an interesting and supportive community of people like you. Do you know 2 or 3 people that could benefit from this video? Please share and let them know that you care.